going to be talking about how there are artists and art among us everywhere you go. You just need to observe the things around you and look for it. Because artists are not just people who lived a long time ago and have their famous artworks up in art galleries. We do have artwork in art galleries that we can look at and learn about, but there's so much more art among us and so many artists around us as well that we just have to look for. So while you're watching this video today, I want you to observe what type of art is among us, because it is all around the world that we live in. Now, we do have art galleries in Sioux Falls where you can go to and look at artwork by artists around us in our city and cities around us that you can see just in our town. We have the Washington Pavilion is an awesome art gallery. There are also other art galleries downtown in our city. We also have artwork among us outside. We have the awesome sculpture walk that you can view and see. We have the Arc of Dreams that is a huge sculpture among us in our city that you can see as well. Sometimes those big things we don't think of as art, they're just things that are there, but that is art. You just need to look at it. Muralists are artists, so people who paint outside, that's art too. We might see it on walls or trains or buildings or billboards. These muralists are making art to make our city and our town beautiful, and we can see them in a lot of different places among us as well. So art is great for making things look beautiful and nice, and we even have a mural in our own school. You might not think about the tigers in our gym as artwork because they're always there, but they are. Somebody made that. Another artwork among us in Sioux Falls is this Martin Luther King Jr. statue. And artists in our area create art to help us remember important people and times and places. Mount Rushmore is in our state. That's another huge artwork among us that helps us to remember important presidents from our past. There are authors and illustrators among us, and those people are artists. Sometimes when we think about books in other subjects or just for reading, we don't always remember that an artist created the pictures on those books. And not even just fun books that we read, but our math books, our science books, those all have artwork in them made by artists. You can see that artists are among us almost everywhere we go. Artists create art that we can use. So things that we eat out of, like bowls, or drink out of, like mugs, an artist or a person designed and made those. People create the things that we use to cover ourselves up with, blankets, things like that. That's art as well. Artists make those things. Artists create art that we can wear. Even in school, we've made crowns, or maybe you've decorated a shirt or a mask before. The things that you wear, that is art too. Even jewelry. Did you know that we have a teacher among us who makes jewelry? How cool is that? Way to go, Mrs. Murphy. Artists decorate our school. So we already talked about our mural. And anything with our tiger logo on it, that is an artwork, and that's a way to show our school spirit as well. And teachers are artists. Oh my goodness, you guys. Teachers decorate their classrooms, they make things, they make signs just for you. That is all art. We decorate our school. So our teachers decorate our school, and we're artists in how we dress up and the things that we wear and the things that we do. And we even make art outside of school. Teachers are artists among us as well. Not only are teachers artists, we are all artists. You can see art and the work of the artists of our school in the hallways all the time. You just need to look at it and observe it. And it might be the things that you create in art class, or it might be something that you create for another class. Everything you create is art, and you are all artists. And we create things that we care about, We create art that helps us to celebrate things like different holidays. And it's so fun to see you all growing as artists, and you need to continue to observe and notice the artists and the art all around you. So there are artists among us everywhere you go. I want you to think about, where have you noticed art around you? And now today, we're going to be creating our own Among Us art to remember how many awesome artists and artworks are around us and among us every single day. These are some of the examples that I want to share with you. You're going to be drawing an Among Us character and adding your own awesome details and designs and twists to it. So you're going to be brainstorming how you're going to make your artwork your own. So these are just some ideas that I have found, and I cannot wait to see the ideas that you brainstorm and come up with on your own as well. When you begin to draw your Among Us character, everyone's going to start with a half sheet of paper. We're just going to draw a simple Among Us character before you make it your own. So what you will do is you will start and find the center of your paper, and I suggest you use a pencil. I'm going to use my marker just so that you can see it really well. But you're going to find the center of your paper, and over to the side of the center of your paper, you're going to draw a horizontal line, and it's going to go almost to the edge of your paper. Then you're going to make a vertical line curving down. Notice how I didn't make it square, it's kind of curvy because our Among Us characters are pretty rounded. Okay, coming down. Then it's going to be like a rounded off rectangle. So I'm going to come back across, making a horizontal line and then connecting the whole thing. Okay. Then I'm going to find that top line of this shape, and I'm going to make the top of my Among Us character's head. And what I'm going to make is a rainbow line. So I like to use my finger to kind of show where I'm going. And we want this character to fill up our paper. So I'm going to make a rainbow line from a little ways in on my rectangle. I'm going to curve up and then almost to the side, curve back down. I want to leave a little space for a backpack, and maybe if you're adding other things, you want to leave a little space at the top and the sides if you're drawing extra things on your character. Okay, so now this curve is going to go all the way down to the bottom of the paper to make our feet. The marker's kind of running out. So I made just a straight vertical line all the way down. Now for the bottom of the foot, I'll make just a curve, kind of like a smiley face. I'll go up a little ways. That's about less than halfway between these two things. Then in between the legs, I'll make a horizontal curved line, and then make a vertical line down. And my second leg, so I'm going to make that smiley face curve. And then the line that's behind this first shape that we made, I'm going to kind of pretend to draw through that shape and go straight down to connect that with the foot. Then if you want to add the backpack, you can. Okay, now the reason that I want you all to draw in pencil is the next step is the fun part. You're going to be adding things. So maybe you decide to add a hat on your character. Hats don't sit right on top of our heads. They overlap. So if I were adding just like an outside cap, stocking hat, and I wanted to draw that and maybe have like a little decoration on top, I could do that, but then I would erase the top of the head that I drew before because the hat is covering that up. So that goes with anything that you add or draw extra. If you overlap something, just make sure you erase those extra lines. Oh, hi Con. Then your last step is going to be to outline everything that you've drawn and added, which can be way more than just a hat. With your black marker, add color with markers, crayons, or colored pencils, or a combination of them. But before you do all that, make sure you're adding lots of details and making this your own. When you're finished adding color and outlining, you can cut out around the lines of your character, and we'll hang it up in school to remind us that there are artists among us. I can't wait to see what you create.